Hi there, welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona. Welcome back if you're joining me again. Today's class is a 60-minute Yang Yin practice, and we begin with 30 minutes of warming, continuous paced Vinyasa flow, followed by a Yin practice, which invites you to relax into some more grounded and deeper, longer held stretches. For practice, you'll need a bolster, or alternatively, you could use a couch cushion or whatever you have at home, and a folded blanket. And if you are enjoying the classes on a regular basis and you'd like to support me, creating and posting each week, I'm on Patreon. All the details are in the description below. I really hope you enjoy this practice. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.
And begin your practice standing at the top of your mat in Tadasana. Bring your arms alongside your body, palms open, fingers spread. Then lift and spread your toes, the soles of your feet. Land evenly on all four corners of your feet, standing tall through the leg bones, elevating your spine, and if it's comfortable for you, gently closing your eyes. Let's start now together by breathing together, taking a few grounding breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Continue on, establishing a smooth, steady cadence for your breath to support and guide your practice. And as you feel yourself breathe out, lower your chin toward your chest. Gently blink your eyes open, send your gaze forward into your room, and bring your hands to touch at the center of your chest. We'll start to move and breathe now through 2 half sun salutes, moving intentionally with your breath. Breathing in, sweep your arms overhead, send your gaze up. Exhale, softly bend your knees and fold over your legs. Breathing in, lift up halfway. Exhale and forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand, bring your arms overhead. Exhale, Tadasana. Another round. Inhale, arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Dive forward and fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Rise to stand with your in-breath. Exhale, hands to prayer, a moment of pause, Tadasana. Adding on, Surya Namaskar A variation, breathe your arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Breathe in, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step back to plank pose and pause. Take a moment here to activate your hands, spreading your fingers, gripping with your fingertips, and then push the floor away. Front body strong and engaged. Inhale here. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly for Cobra pose. Inhale, gently arch your spine, very little pressure in your hands there. Exhale now, press back to all fours. Step your hands under your shoulders. 3 rounds of cat and cow, gently arching your spine, softening your belly, look up. And then rounding your spine on your exhale. Go between the two to the beat of your breath. As you feel yourself breathe out, child's pose. Drift your buttocks to your heels. And this is your rest pose. If you need to do less or take rest anytime during the class, return here, join back in the flow whenever you're ready. Grow out long through your arms now, spread all your fingers, glide up onto all fours, and press back into your first downward facing dog. Move freely in your body as you arrive, bike your heels, bend your knees, sway your hips. Any movements, small or large, that feel natural. We're going to move with some pace and cadence now to invite some warmth and opening into the body. Aim to keep your breath with you as your anchor and your guide, unrushed. Send your gaze forward between your thumbs, bend your knees, and step lightly up to the top of your mat. Slide your hands to your shins on your inhale. Fold with your exhale. Rise up to stand on your inhale. Rest your hands to your heart, center of your chest, and toe heel your feet to touch. Moving through 2 rounds, Surya Namaskar B with a crescent lunge, breath to movement. Inhale, bend the knees, chair pose, Utkatasana. Heather your heels into the mat, draw your shins back. On your exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, open your heart forward. Exhale, Vinyasa, step back to plank on your inhale. Chaturanga, low push-up, exhale. Inhale for your back bend, could be upward dog or cobra. Press back, downward facing dog. Anchor your hands evenly into the mat, raise your right leg up and back. On your exhale, step to your hands for high lunge. Arms rise on your inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor and step back through a Vinyasa high push-up. Lowering slow with control. Upward dog or cobra. Press back, downward facing dog. Right away, left leg rises on the new breath. Step your left foot to your hands for high lunge. Reach your arms. And then hands to the floor and flow. Plank on your inhale. Low push-up, exhale. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Take 5 cycles of breath, calming its rhythm. Following the full thread of each breath from beginning to end. Moving through another round, Surya B. Send your gaze forward, soften your knees, and travel lightly to the top of your mat. Open and fold with your breath. Rise to stand. Sweep your arms overhead. Hands to prayer. Taking a moment to center. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Breathe in, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Vinyasa, or step quietly back to downward facing dog if you'd like a gentler practice. On your inhale, raise your right leg up and back. Exhale, step up, crescent pose, high lunge. Reach your arms overhead. And then hands to the floor and flow, or straight back to downward facing dog, just accommodating your own effort levels. Right away, next inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, step up, crescent lunge. Root down to rise, arms reach. Exhale, hands to the floor. And take a Vinyasa or rest, meeting back in downward facing dog. And just savouring this pause here for 5 spacious breaths. Breathing slow and deep. On your inhale, send your gaze between your thumbs, end of your exhale, step or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine forward. Exhale and fold. Breathe in, come up to stand. Hands to prayer. Space your feet now, hips width apart. On your inhale, link your thumbs, space your fingers, take a big arch up and back. On your exhale, sweep your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers and fold softly, bend your knees. On your inhale, release your hands to your shins, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot steps back now for low lunge, touch your right knee down. Inhale, raise your arms, frame your ears, movement to breathe. Exhale, hands to the floor and step back, downward facing dog. On your inhale, shift forward, plank pose. Exhale, lower through your Vinyasa, upward dog or cobra, loop your shoulders back and down. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Take a full cycle of breath. Next inhale, raise your right leg up and back, little different this time. Shift forward to plank pose and pause. And explore balancing here. Reach your left arm forward or just come to the fingertips. Stay here, inhale. Exhale, left hand to the floor, press back, down, dog splits. Reach your right leg up and back. As you exhale, step your right foot to your hands for low lunge. Reach your arms overhead, inhale. And then hands to the floor and step up to the top of your mat. Open up halfway, inhale. Exhale, release and fold. Root down, rise tall, palms press overhead. Lower your hands to your heart and your feet hips width apart. Second round, left side, link your thumbs, fingers wide, reach up and back. Exhale, shoulder stretch, hands behind your back, interlace and forward fold. Inhale, release your hands to your shins, Ardha. Exhale, left foot steps back, low lunge, left knee to the floor. Breathe in, arms rise. Breathe out, hands to the floor, downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forward, high pusher. Exhale, lower through your Vinyasa. Back bend on your inhale. Down dog, exhale. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, forward, 3-point plank. Hold in your plank, reach your right arm forward and balance. Then hands down, down dog splits, left leg up and back. On your exhale, low lunge, left foot to your hands. Arms reach up. And then hands to the floor and step up. Inhale, flat back, long waist. Exhale, forward fold. Rise to stand. Hands to your heart. Take an extra cycle of breath, standing tall. One more round here, we'll add a twist. On your inhale, link your thumbs, space your fingers, arch up and back. Exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers and fold. Breathe in, halfway lift, look forward. Right foot steps back, low lunge. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale and twist, send your left arm back, your right arm forward. Inhale, back to center, arms reach up. And then hands to the floor and step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward, plank pose. Exhale, Vinyasa or rest, then downward facing dog. Take a full cycle of breath. Next inhale, raise your right leg up. Shift forward to 3-point plank. Balancing here, left arm reaches forward or onto the fingertips. Stay for your inhale. Exhale, left hand to the floor, down dog splits. Right leg up and back. Right foot to your hands now, low lunge, left knee softly down. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale and twist. Right arm back, left arm forward. Return to center. Arms reach high. Hands to the floor and step up. Open and fold with your breath. Come to stand, sweep up. Keep following the rhythm, consistency of your breath. Hands to your heart center. Second side, left side, link your thumbs, reach up and back. And shoulder stretch, hands behind your back, interlace and fold. Release your hands to your shins, halfway lift. Step your left foot back, low lunge. Breathe in, arms rise. Breathe out and twist, right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale, face forward, arms reach up. Hands to the floor and step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, high push up. Exhale, lower through your vinyasa. And an exhale to take you back to downward facing dog. On your inhale, left leg reaches up. Come forward, 3-point plank. Hold in your plank, reach your right arm forward and balance. Then hands down, down dog splits, left leg up and back. On your exhale, low lunge, left foot steps up. Sweep your arms high on your inhale. Twist on your exhale, left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, center, arms sweep high. Hands to the floor and step up. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Fold with your exhale. Stand on your inhale, sweep your arms overhead, gaze up. Lower your hands to prayer. We'll keep it flowing. 2 rounds, Surya Namaskar A with a boat pose. Breathe your arms overhead, gaze up. Exhale, hinge from your hips and forward fold. Breathe in, lift up halfway, pause. Moving into boat pose, just reach your arms forward here, bend the knees, lower your buttocks to the floor, raise the legs. So option to hold the back of your knees to upright your spine, offer yourself some support, or go hands free. Last few breaths, cross your arms over your body and lower into low boat. Try and keep the legs strong, squeeze your low ribs toward your hips to engage your abdominals. On your inhale, return to boat pose, lifting up. And then cross your legs in front of you, hands forward to the floor, step back to plank on your inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog or cobra, your back bend. Downward facing dog. Take a slow breath in. Stay for a calm breath out. One more, breathing in. End of your exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Open and fold with your breath. Rise to stand. Hands to prayer. One more round, just like that, breath to movement. Inhale, arms overhead. Forward fold over your legs. Inhale, extend and pause. Exhale, lower your seat for boat pose. Stay for your inhale. Cross your arms and lower. Exhale. Inhale, lift back to your boat pose, lifting your chest, and then cross your legs, hands forward, step back through a vinyasa or take rest. We'll all meet up in downward facing dog. Breathing in, send your gaze forward, light bend in the knees, step or hop to the top of your mat. Open up halfway, lengthen your spine, open your throat, fold with your out breath. Come to stand on the new breath. Hands to prayer, and take a moment to pause. So heel your feet together, top of the mat. Next in-breath, chair pose, Utkatasana. Motion your hips down and back, reach your arms. Heavy your heels into the mat. On your inhale, press your palms. Exhale, lower your hands and twist now to your right. Hook your left elbow, outer right knee. Then firm your right palm into your left to widen the space across your chest. One more full breath in. And then fold over your legs, release. Inhale, lengthen your spine forward. Step back to plank pose and pause. Then raise your right foot on your inhale. Take a cross-legged lunge in the air on your exhale, right knee to your left elbow. Keep the lift of your knee, your abs strong. We're going to move into right side Vashisthasana variation, balancing on your right hand. Spin your left heel down, raise your left arm up toward the ceiling. So to modify, right knee to the floor, press down to lift the right side waist away from the floor. Then take one more breath in. Release to plank pose, hips up and back, downward facing dog. On your inhale, raise your right leg, down dog splits. Now step up, high lunge. Take up the right and left lanes with your feet, then pause for a few breaths. Standing high on the balls of your left toes so you can feel your glutes engage. And then scissoring your feet toward one another. Keep the lower body strong, active, stable. Inhale here. Exhale, press your palms, lower your hands to your heart center, and just make contact with your breath, breathing toward your thumbs. Moving into Warrior 3, gently tipping forward, keeping the weight in your right heel. Lift and engage your left leg. And explore a little bend in your left knee there to level your hips as you hold steady. Slowly make your way up to single leg mountain to transition. Left knee in toward your chest. Reach the arms overhead. And then twist to your left. Right hand to your outer left knee. Reach your left arm back. If you have your balance, stand a little taller into the right leg bones, rotating your belly, your ribs, chest to the left. Move slowly back, single leg mountain, return your gaze, arms overhead. And then just step down to the top of your mat. Find Tadasana, toe heel your feet together. Recentering. Second side, on your inhale, chair pose. Sit your hips low, arms overhead. Drawing your weight back into your heels. Lifting up out of your waist through the reach of your arms. Take another breath in, prayer your hands. Exhale and twist to your left, right elbow to your outer left knee. Try and press your upper right arm against your thigh and draw your left shoulder blade into your back to turn your chest to the left. One more full breath in, then fold over your legs. Inhale, lift up halfway. Step back to plank pose, hold in your plank. Raise your left foot on your inhale. Exhale, cross-legged lunge in the air. Exhale, left knee to your right elbow. Keep hubbing your left knee in toward your chest as you transition onto side plank on your left. Left hand's your foundation. Spin your right heel down. Right arm reaches up toward the ceiling. Pressing down where you make contact with the mat. Take another breath in. And then release to plank pose. Downward facing dog on your exhale. Inhale here, raise your left leg and then step up for high lunge. Staggering your feet to find your balance. Here to pause, breathing your smooth, steady breath. Inhale here, pray your hands to your heart center, preparing to balance. As you're ready, warrior 3, floating your right leg, slowly coming up into single leg mountain, right knee in toward your chest, arms overhead. And then twist to your right now, left hand to your outer right knee, right arm reaches back. Perhaps turning your gaze to the right. Return to single mountain, reach your arms overhead, bring your knee to your chest. And then lower your hands to your hips and step down. Well done. We'll just start to slow down now. Stepping your right foot back, we're going to come into Prasarita, Padottanasana. Turn and face the long edge of your mat. Wide-legged fold. With your hands on your hips, squeeze your elbows back. Take a breath in. Bend the knees and fold halfway forward. Take another in breath. Lengthen your spine. Exhale and fold between your wide legs. Gently working towards straightening your legs, and you can lower your arms and catch opposite elbows here. No over effort. Here for another 5 breaths. And gently release your hands to the floor on an inhale, lengthen your spine forward. Then face the top of your mat. Lower your right knee to the floor. Step back to all fours. Come to rest on your heels, kneeling. We're going to move into the yin portion of class now, down regulating your nervous system and just easing into some deeper held stretches. For our first posture here, reclined butterfly pose. Start by taking your bolster or your couch cushion lengthwise to the back of your mat. Turn your back to the bolster and then line the bolster up with the middle low back, and then start to recline onto the bolster. So the bolster collects the full weight of your spine and your head. If you feel like your chin is lifting quite a lot toward the ceiling, you could add a little bit more support under your head with a blanket on top of the bolster. Now bring your feet together, knees wide. Tee out your arms with your palms facing up. Once you're situated, let your eyes softly close. Take a full breath in through your nose. Breathe slow. Then part the lips and sigh out of your mouth. One more slow breath in. And sigh all your breath out. Give yourself permission to rest and restore now here. Let your body become still, settled and comfortable. Invite your muscles to soften into your shape. Lingering here for the next few minutes, savoring the opening across your chest, your heart, your inner groins and thighs. And I'll be back to guide you back. And then start to deepen your breathe. Bring your hands down by your sides with the palms face down. Close your knees in. And from this position, you can press into the forearms to walk yourself up into a seated position. We're going to rebound upright here for about a minute. Just slip the blanket under your seat. Fold a blanket just to help tilt your pelvis forward. So the angle of your pelvis will direct the spine's flow and comfort. So thinking here about lifting your tailbone up and back, your pelvis forward, and then bring the bolster out from behind you and rest it underneath your knees. Your legs bent over the bolster and heels to the floor. If you are more open through the back body, you might like to just roll a blanket and place it under the knees so there's less elevation. Allow yourself to sit down into your body, feel the weight of your buttocks, your heels. Completely relax your legs. And then in your own time, we're going to move into a forward fold, caterpillar pose. So this pose targets the whole back line of your body. So just as you're ready, invite your chin to lower down toward your chest. Then invite the weight of your head to guide the length of your spine down and forward over your legs. Just folding forward in your own comfortable range of motion. You might like to rest your head, but if it's a long way off your support, you can make a pillow with your hands. Rest your elbows to your thighs. With your eyes closed, listening to the sound of your breath and pausing here. And your last minute here, just noticing where along the back of your body you're feeling the most sensations. Just gently ushering your breath in now as if you could feel that part of your body with each breath. And then lifting up just a little way, breathe the whole length of your back body. And then part the lips and sigh out of your mouth. Take your time now, nice and slow, to ease your way back up. And taking the next minute to rebound softly on your back. You may wish to keep your props just in place, a blanket for a pillow under your head, bolster or blanket under the knees. Resting your hands on your body, inviting any sensations in your lower or middle back to softly subside. And then gently now, one at a time, bring your knees in toward your chest. Give yourself a rock side to side, massaging your low back into the mat. And then roll out to one side. So just moving slow here, ease your way back up to sit. So come to a kneeling position in the middle of your mat, facing the long edge of your mat. From here, we're going to move into a posture called turned child's pose. So bring your bolster or couch cushion to your right side, lengthways, and then roll off your heels to your right. So your right buttocks comes to the floor, and slightly stagger your knees into a deer shape. Then face your bolster, bring your hands down either side of the bolster and start to walk yourself forward so you can come to rest down on your bolster. And then resting your left cheek onto your support, opposite direction to your knees. And if you find that rotation in your torso is a little too much for your head, your neck, you might want to explore using a folded blanket on top of your bolster just to elevate the support for your face. And then relaxing the weight of your torso down into the support beneath you. Feel your next breath in, your next breath out, your body softening. And we're just here for the next 2 minutes. And as you're ready now, begin by turning your head in the opposite direction, just for a moment or two. Then using your hands to ease your way back up. And taking a comfortable seated posture, fingertips down by your sides. Legs could be crossed or relaxing straight forwards. Just elevating your spine upright now, taking the next minute to re-lengthen through the left side of your neck. Softly lowering your right ear over to your right shoulder. And if you'd like to add on here, you can just float the left hand, make a fist with your hand and just roll some circles through your left wrist. And then return to center, easing your head upright. We'll set up for turned child's pose on the opposite side. So just come to kneel again, middle of your mat, shifting your bolster to your left, lengthwise, and then roll off your heels to your left, left buttocks to the floor and staggering your knees there. Then turn your torso toward your bolster. Hands walk down either side of your bolster to come to rest. Forward onto your support, this time turning your right cheek onto your bolster. We're here for about 2 minutes. It's very gently tuning into the feeling tone of your breath, gently animating your torso as you relax even more, letting go of all muscular effort. Gently now starting to deepen your breath. Take the next 30 seconds or so to gently release from your shape, first turning your head opposite direction. And then walking your way back up. And then coming into your comfortable seat. And just rebounding here with a gentle counter stretch, fingertips down by your sides. Very slowly tip your left ear over to your left shoulder. Feeling the easy rise and fall of your breath. If you like to add on, you can float the right fingertips, make a fist with your right hand, just gently roll the wrist. And then just slowly release and bring your head back upright. If you'd like to remain seated here for final rest, we have about 8 minutes. Make any adjustments, gather any additional layers or props now to settle in. Otherwise, we're going to slowly transition the body down onto the floor for some time in Shavasana to close practice together today. Making your way there now and creating a cocoon or nest for yourself with the blanket, the bolster, any other props, layers that you'd like. And encourage your body now to relax and open into the space around you from your head all the way down to your toes. Savoring your breath just as it is now, soaking in this feeling of rest, absorbing it through your whole being. And I'll be back to guide you back. Rest now. Let go. Gently, softly now, guiding your awareness back. Start to deepen your breath. Breathing your body more awake and alert. Picking up the sounds around you, opening your hearing. Just slowly now start to move and stretch your body a little. If you're laying back, bending your knees, bring your feet to the floor. Rolling out to your right side. Letting your eyes adjust to the light in your room. And then gently press your way back up to sit. Thank you so much for joining me for your practice today. I hope it offered you some warmth and opening and a feeling of ease as you step out into the rest of your day. Namaste.